I like
So
to
yeah,
I like to capture those things, just to really show people that we are blessed and
yeah,
that we got a duty that we owe to the Most High,
yeah,
to
for sure.
serve our people all over the world, man.
Yeah, I believe that, man. Like, you know, it's an important thing that we connect with the people at the same time, you know, connect with ourselves
Yeah,
as well, because sometimes we can connect with people and not be connected with ourselves,
absolutely,
and
absolutely.
sometimes it's like we all have to like find that within ourselves to really build on.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So with that being said, like my next thing is like who mostly inspired you as far as like in the film industry to want to do film, and who inspired you to be as passionate to want to share with other people and connect with other people like you said. Like who's your most inspired in the industry? You know what I'm saying? Who inspired you?
I can't really say that I have like a inspiration in the film industry because I'm terrible with names. You asked me to
Yeah.
name three or four, you know, film directors. I probably couldn't tell you,
So
but
how you feel about the Tyler Perry studio in Atlanta? How
I
you
feel
feel
like it's an
about Spike
awesome.
Lee and his whole catalog?
I feel like it's an awesome addition to the original history.
Hmm.
The original history. I feel like it's a great addition and is very important and necessary. And I feel like what those guys did should be taught
Right.
to our future.
Right.
It should be taught in schools, colleges, all over the world. It should be taught. And
I
yeah.
mean, you are. I mean, you a pillar in your community in Norfolk,
Hmm.
and you pretty much work with a lot of business owners, a lot of entrepreneurs uh, in Norfolk. Like you're like the Tyler Perry and Spike Lee in Norfolk. If you want to put it that way, you know what I mean. And
That's big, man.
yeah, for me to come from L.A. and Hollywood and my hometown and see how much you're doing and giving back to the community that I grew up in, and we both are like Norfolk natives, and the things that we're doing in the industry, man, it's amazing when you step back and you look at it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, do you ever think that Hollywood is a place that you see your future as abstract global, actually,
Uh,
landing something there, or you see yourself working in Hollywood at all? Speaking about your community and different things you're trying to accomplish and do.
well, if it got anything to do with right and wrongs,
Hmm.
then yeah, I'll be in Hollywood, but only for that reason to
Yeah.
just set things straight. It's it's a lot of stories that are portrayed that aren't aren't the truth.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if Hollywood gonna work with me, like we gonna work with the truth
Yeah, yeah,
because that's how I like to work, and um, that's the only way to work is with the truth.
yeah, for sure,
But yeah, I could see myself doing business in Hollywood.
for sure, for sure. Man, that's all. Anything you want to ask me, or what I mean, feel free. You know what I mean.
How's Hollywood, man? You over there on the regular, man? Like you over there? So how is it?
Yeah, man. Well, the education is great. I love Hollywood and California as far as how much the state supports its people. You know what I mean? Shout out to L.A. and Hollywood. The love, the hard work that you got to put in. It's it's not easy. You got people that's been there for 20 to 40 years.
Hmm.
That's been in studios, working on projects, working on stuff around the clock.
Hmm.
People come and go. You know what I'm saying? That's the territory. So for me, for me, I feel like longevity is the most important thing. Um,
So
and so I've been taking my time really to just kind of, still unpacking. You know
okay.
what I'm saying? It's been 2 years for me in California, but I'm still unpacking. And so while I'm unpacking, I'm just taking my time to grow into the industry. You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
It's just like a baby crawling. You just kind of just learning how to walk again. So for me, I've done a lot, you know, coming from Atlanta to Texas to California and coming from Norfolk, Virginia to get to Hollywood. Like, it's a humbling experience. So now I'm just taking it, growing, maturing into who I'm trying to become, you know, and, you know, take it day by day. Yeah.
I remember you used to. I remember you were doing like stage management, and you know working with the tours and things like that. Briefly describe, you know, how that experience was. What was the magnitude of that experience, and how it affects you now?
For me, like it all started when I went to Atlanta and I was going to school at SAE Institute of Technology, taking up audio engineering to become an A1 engineer, audio engineer, and a studio engineer. And I was in and out of Patchwork Studios, you know, doing stuff, and I was doing sports media at Georgia State, and I had a friend, one of my friends in Atlanta. Um, you know, he told me, he was like, I gotta go to work. I was like, you going to work? I said, bro, we just got out of class. Like, like where you working at, right? So he was like, yo, I'm working at the stadium. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta do J. Cole concert. You know what I'm saying? I was like, J. Cole concert? What you talking about? He's like, man, I'll tell you later. So long story short, he wound up telling me, he was like, you know, you go to this company, Crew One Productions, they'll train you in staging and then get you a job. And so I never heard of it. Like, for as many years growing up, like I always seen concerts.
Right.
And my mom was always like, Justin, you need to do that. You need to do live shows. And I was like, yeah, that'd be cool. But the only way I knew was like being a musician, because I grew up playing drums, playing keyboard. So I was like, the only way I can get on that stage is by being a drummer or a keyboard player. But then when my homeboy put me on to like this staging company, production company, I was like, wait a minute, they teaching me like stage production. Like if I don't show up in this company, we don't show up, like the show don't go on. And so once I got into that, man, it really showed me another avenue of production. It showed me another way to expand my entertainment knowledge. And so that kind of got me started. And, you know, it was a great experience. I worked with a lot of people behind the scenes, a lot of people that's some of the biggest artists you can think of in this country. You know, just to name a few. If you want me to name a few, I can name a few.
Go ahead and name a few, man. You already started to open the bag up, man.
I mean, my first major production was Chris Brown's show and tour, One Hell of a Night tour, installing his LED walls for his video boards that he had for that tour. And then I think my next one was Taylor Swift's 1989. I had to drive up and down Florida and to go there and, you know, run feeder for her whole, that little propeller thing she had, this stage thing. It was,
oh wow,
it was an amazing opportunity. Then to work on Beyonce Formation tour set.
I know that was fun.
Man, that was an experience because some of her production crew guys, like her team, her whole team is very supportive. You know, great mentor people. They'll teach you the game. They've been doing it since she's been in the industry. Like, her whole team has been consistent with her, like, forever.
Yeah, they're like a family.
Yeah, exactly. And so the more and more, like, everybody I work with, you know, I started seeing that family environment. It's like everybody grew up together. Right. It wasn't like a 9 to 5 or you have to have this big resume. it's like you have to get with some people and stay consistent.
Yeah, it wasn't like I'm gonna just use you to get where I'm going and then I'm gonna leave you.
Right.
Yeah.
Nah, it ain't that. It's like, bro, if we gonna work this thing, you know, you got to see this thing out for 12 to 15 years. You know, and for me, I started saying, you know what, like, this is what I want to do, like entertainment as a whole. You know what I'm saying? But I knew I had to master my craft. So for me,
right.
to balance production and all my gifts that I have to, I kind of make a gumbo.
Got you.
In turn of one thing, yeah.
Got you. That's dope, man. That's dope. And, you know, to be able to work with that many people and then to align yourself where you're, you know, only a few decisions away from having the responsibility to work with people, you know, of that magnitude, that must be your calling.
Yeah, man. Because, you know, who am I? You know what I'm saying? For me, it was humbling because I took the roles that I took to really just to learn. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like on no, I'm better than somebody. It was on some like, it's a lot that I still have to learn type thing. And if I gotta be a stage hand, or if I gotta be a sound guy, or if I gotta be the video person, so I'm working with, you know, a lot of different people, promoters, producers, songwriters. I've been in the studio with some of the most amazing producers, like Biscuit and Butter.
Just tell me one.
Just tell you one?
Just one. Not just one.
Well, I'll say Eric Bellinger, man. Like, people underestimate Eric Bellinger. I think I gotta say him. You say one, him, because for one, Eric Bellinger is like a hard-working studio guy.
Yeah.
I don't think people give him the credit that he deserves as an artist, as a songwriter. Like, he works with every big artist you can think of. Chris Brown, he wrote Flame for Chris Brown. He wrote, you know, the new song with Jeremiah, Wale. You know,
okay.
You know, he even got his own catalog of music. You know what I'm saying? So for me, just being in his presence, being in his studio, learning and seeing how he works and how that process works, it just had me in awe. You know what I'm saying? So that's what Hollywood is all about.
That's what's up, man. I definitely appreciate, you know, the dialogue. This was,
for sure.
You know, this was kind of like a back and forth interview, so I call it a dialogue.
Yeah, man.
I think it's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
A lot of times you watch interviews and you only learn about one person.
Yeah.
You don't really learn about the other person.
Yeah, because you know, it's everybody's great, man.
Everybody is great, man. Everybody has the potential to be great. Yeah.
And I don't mind sharing. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody know me. You know me. I share information, details, anything.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just that type of guy. You know, no matter how much I accomplish and do, I'm always gonna be me. It's just original. You know what I'm saying? Give and receive. You know what I'm saying? Yep.
That's it, man. That's it.
Sure. Appreciate it, man. I appreciate the interview.
Appreciate the interview from you.
Yeah, man. Abstract Global Studios.
DJ Just Beats.
Yep. DeAndre Fulton, Director X here. New Culture Studios, Hollywood. You know, we here. Sure.